The first game I remember playing was Exodus on the Commodore 64. One of my neighbours who used to babysit us would bring down his Commodore and we would play it. Although trying to get a game running on the Commodore was an achievement in itself.
Even though I started my love of gaming when we got the Atari 2600, I think that the real obsession started when the Famicom came out in 1986. I would spend sleepless nights playing Punch-Out!, do speedruns on Mario, and finish Contra, believe it or not, with a single life and no Konami codes. And these are the games that I remember really playing.
One of the most influential games I remember playing is Final Fantasy VII. It was my first Final Fantasy, and it didn't disappoint. Story was the main thing for me, but the combat system helped as well. Using materials you leveled up to make each character unique, and the stories behind each of them made the game almost flawless. Throw in a few tough battles, I'm looking at you Material Keeper, and you have a game that enthralled from start to finish.
The most influential game for me has to be Final Fantasy, the original one on the Famicom. I was already an anime fan at this point, but it was that game that made me want to learn Japanese even more. When I had a working Famicom or NES, I used to marathon the game from start to finish at least once a year. Yeah, that's 30 hours in front of a TV. The storyline, the heroics, the strategy, the characters, all of it add up to be a game that I think has influenced me the most as a gamer.
This is such a difficult question to answer. There are a lot of games that I'm really looking forward to this year. Some mentions would have to be Mass Effect Andromeda, Horizon Zero Dawn, Days Gone, and Final Fantasy XIV Stormblood. But I think the game I'm looking forward to most this year is an extremely story-driven game with intense graphics that I'll probably take some time off work if I can to play. It's none other than Quantic Dream's Detroit Become Human.
There are a lot of games coming out this year, and we talk about them in an earlier blog post. But the one game that I'm really looking forward to this year is Ni no Kuni 2. I'm such a huge Studio Ghibli fan, and the first installment of the game was such a pleasure to play. I even had my daughter Lilith with me when I played it, so this time around, I might even have her take first stab at the game. Well, this has been great, and hopefully you've gotten to know us a tad better. And if there are any questions that you have, any games, movies, or shows that you want us to review, please let us know in the comments. We'd really appreciate a like, and even more so if you subscribe to our blog, page, and channel. Thanks again, from all of us here at the Nomad Gamers.